Well, as promised, I wanted to show you guys how to make the sugar skulls. So the most important step in the sugar skulls is making sure you get the right consistency for the sugar, because if it's too wet, it slides out of the mold, and if it's too dry, it falls out and cracks. So the ratio is 1 cup of sugar to 1 teaspoon of meringue powder, and then 1 teaspoon of water. But you have to mix it and really see if you get the right consistency. You want to hold it in your palm, squeeze it together, and make sure that it makes fingerprints and doesn't crumble too easily, and that should be the right consistency. And then all we do is scoop it into the molds. These molds I've already used, and you can see there's some dried sugar in there. After you use them about 4 or 5 times, they start to crystallize, and that's going to affect the clarity of your skull. So you want to set that aside and use a freshly clean one, and you just pack it in right into the mold. It's really easy, not too much skill involved, but you got to make sure that you really get it in. There's areas like the mouth and the eyes that if that's not pushed in all the way, you won't have a really clear face to paint later. These have to dry for at least 8 hours, and with the Florida humidity, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. So we actually just leave them overnight, so that way we know for sure in the morning they're going to be nice and hard. And Amanda, if you take the camera over there, you can show the ones we've already done. Ta-da! There you have about 72, and then there's a box on the floor over there, full that we also did. Okay, but now that we've done this mold, I'll show you how to unmold it. So it's perfectly pressed. We want to clean up this edge because we don't want that edge to be fuzzy once we unmold it. So you can scrape it with a spatula or whatever. I use my hands. I've gotten pretty good at it. And then just a nice small square of corrugated cardboard. The corrugation just makes more airflow so they can dry a little bit quicker and more solid. You flip it over, give it a tiny squeeze, and voila. You can see that one has a little imperfection, but that's okay. They don't have to be 100% perfect, as close to though. And then when you sit it down, you want to set it down gently, because if you drop it hard, it is going to fall apart. It is not hard yet. It's just molded, and it has to set up overnight. That's it, guys. We'll show you on Day of the Dead how we decorate them with icing, but that's going to be your job as well. So come on down and join us on Saturday. These molds will be for sale for $4, and then you can decorate it, or you can actually buy the molds, the whole kit, the mold, the meringue, and the instructions, and you'll be able to make them at home. Thanks. Good night.